Guys, Unohana is, kinda hot. Like, I don't know, is it just because of the side angle? Her face looks more like angular shaped, or when she was like normal, when we used to usually see her from the like front, and we didn't used to see her more angular face. And in this episode, we see more of her angular face. So is that it? I really don't know, but she is, from what I see, kinda hot. Episode 9 review starts right now. So Ichigo and Renji are in the hot springs, relaxing, having a nice time, and this dude basically, Ichigo's like, I am ready to go and protect Soul Society. And this dude is basically like, okay, let's see. He punches Ichigo. This punch was supposed to kill Ichigo. First of all, bad call, sir. Like, you don't know Ichigo is totally fine. You actually doubt that Ichigo is totally fine. Ichigo thinks he's totally fine. You think he's not totally fine. So your death killing punch will kill him. It doesn't kill him thanks to whatever, but it was supposed to kill him according to you. So kinda dumb, like not kinda dumb, really dumb. And even if it doesn't kill him, it's a death killing punch. It is supposed to damage him, and you're supposed to send Ichigo fully recovered. A death killing punch, according to, even if it doesn't kill him, this will damage him severely, which it doesn't. And then you will have to keep him in the hot spring for more time. So I don't know what. I think you could have done something else, just even gone by the word of it, but I don't know. And then a cool thing happens. Renji finally decides, no, if Ichigo is going, I'm going to. I'm ready. Yeah, I will be the one who gets your love. So okay. So this dude again decides to like punch him, and unlike Ichigo, Renji has to like brace himself, and like Renji is not fully healed. It's kind of obvious. He's barely able to stand, but he takes the punch, and he's like, and it was a cool scene when we finally get to see that like, Renji was still standing. This dude is like, oh my god. So it was kind of a cool scene. Also, like Ichigo was like, those two dudes, muscular dudes, were putting Ichigo down for, I guess it was some breathing training, and the Kiryu or something like that. He was basically like, didn't your parents used to keep you underwater as a child and counted till 100? And Ichigo is like, what the hell? How the hell? You stupid mental fuck. Which type of parent does it? If your parents used to do this with you, I can see how you turned out. The brain damage, the water coming into your brain, it is obvious that you turned out like this. Okay? So basically Ichigo and Renji go over there, and one thing is that Ichigo is still in his bankai in a way. Like the clothing is his bankai clothing. A lot of people think, this is what I think, a lot of people think that Ichigo is still in his bankai. Now what I think, Ichigo is not in his bankai technically, because his bankai is stolen, his Zanpakuto doesn't work. So I think when his bankai was like chopped in half, basically, he was still in his bankai, he still has his clothing on. So now his bankai is broken, but since he was in his bankai, he had his clothing on. Now that's just a normal clothing. That's something that he can take off and take on again. That doesn't represent his spiritual pressure, his Ryatsu. It's just normal clothing. If he gets his bankai restored, it will be again the clothing will be back to normal, which it will represent its Ryatsu or something like that. But right now, I think the moment his Zanpakuto was sliced in half, like his clothing became normal clothing. That's the best explanation I can give you, at least. And I'm sorry for the noise. There's a school bus, and children are leaving, coming, and a lot of stuff is happening. I was almost not going to make this video because some weird stuff is happening with me for some time now. But I wanted to continue the series, So I feel this video will be shorter than that. So Ichigo and Renji are falling, and Ichigo is like, Renji, you go down. Renji is like, Ichigo, you go down. Ichigo is like, Renji, please, you go down. And Renji is like, Ichigo, last time I was down. This time you go down. Out of context, this clip or this thing that I said can have different meanings. Hey, dudes, subscribe to my channel, please. Bye. And apparently, Kon was in hiding in Ichigo's Shihak show, and finally we get to see in the anime at least Buff Kon, and he basically saves Renji and Ichigo's, I won't say life, but they would have someone. Who are we kidding? There, right now they have super plot armor. They won't be damaged. Kon basically did nothing, to be honest, in a way. Sorry, Kon. In a realistic world, you would have done a lot, but these two have a pretty thick plot armor. I feel like now. I feel like they're getting super mega strong now, because later on they will go to after this palace. They will go to the palace of the black dude, the rapper kind of a black dude, the funky looking dude, to be honest. And he's a favorite of a lot of manga readers. I don't know what he's about, to be honest, but a lot of manga readers like him. He's basically the creator of Zanpakuto. And the thing is that I don't understand how can you be a creator of Zanpakuto? Like, I personally thought that Zanpakuto is a natural occurring thing, just like water in our world, just like wood in our world, just like sand, soil in our world. Zanpakutos are naturally occurring substances. But I don't know, like, what I can think of is that he was the first person who acquired a Zanpakuto and was able to awaken the Zanpakuto spirit, and Zanpakutos already existed, and from that point, other people also realized that Zanpakutos have spirit and they were able to do that. But I don't know. But if what I'm saying is true, that means that this dude is definitely older than Yamamoto. He doesn't look older than Yamamoto, but that can, I don't know, maybe the Zero Palace has some anti-aging properties. It can have, I don't know. By the way, Unohana and Yamamoto are really, from this point, Unohana and Yamamoto are almost, I would say, same in the age. Yamamoto is older than Unohana. But the thing is that Yamamoto, till the moment he was alive, he looked pretty damn old. And like, he looks like, in terms of human age, I would say someone who's in 80s, like 80 to 90s, I would say. Let's go with mid 80s, okay? And Unohana looks someone who's in like mid 30s, I would say. Like, the difference is a lot, and I wouldn't say that in their actual age the difference is that much. Yamamoto is what, 2000 years old? I feel Unohana would be like 1500 years old. So I didn't feel like the difference is that much, but the appearance difference is a lot. So I don't know, like, maybe Unohana, she's into healing. So just like Tsunade in Naruto, she was able to heal herself into looking younger. Though I don't know if she personally, like, Tsunade used to really care about, still cares a lot about her looks. Unohana never gave out that vibe, to be honest, that she's like really concerned. And to be honest, it feels like she is actually not concerned about her looks at all, because turns out she's the first Kenpachi and she's like into fighting. And the poem we get by the end of this episode is Unohana saying battle is everything. So for people who are into battle that much, they really don't care about looks, because when you are in battle you will get scarred, which she was once only, which is interesting. But generally speaking, your face and body would get messed up probably a lot. I don't know. What was I talking about? Okay, so Ichigo, Kon, and Renji go to the, I guess, water palace. I don't know the name of this girl, but they go to her palace, and turns out this girl is, I mean, initially she was still fat, but eventually turns out this girl is kind of hot. And she's really, how can I describe it? She's really, I would say she's my type, to be honest. Her boobs, okay, let's keep it down. People around me, they will think I'm a poet, maybe, okay. Are like too big for me. Too much for me, I would say. No disrespect, ma'am. You be you. And if they're natural, which they probably are, to be honest, respect. She's not exactly my type, but she's pretty. Like, she's pretty. Okay? And she basically, when she's fat, she basically gives them food. Ichigo is like questioning, and Renji turns out like we were first damaged, then we were healed. Now since we are healed, our body needs fuel for us to fight, and this food is going to give us energy and fuel to fight. So you need to eat, Ichigo, so that when we later tonight, you will be the one who goes down, not me this time. Kon is basically, I don't know, he's not like concerned and all, but it feels like I'm really glad to some extent that Kon is still in the story. I heard from like some people that Kon will have some part in the story, which I, honestly speaking, that Kon was never included or was never important in the actual canon story in a way. I'm really glad that he is going to be somewhat important in the final arc at least. I would be really glad. Wait a second.
A few moments later.
Kon is basically like going to be hopefully important. I would like that, and I want him to be a little more serious also, because right now he's not taking this thing seriously, though I think he should, because in a way he found out that he basically found his mother in a way. Like, this girl is basically his mother. She is the creator of Mod Souls. I don't know. By the way, she basically explains that the food that Ichigo Renji ate is basically infused with. Tell me if I'm wrong, okay? Tell me if I'm wrong. I did not see this episode twice because I didn't have time because of some weird, bad stuff that is happening to some extent. But tell me if I'm wrong. She basically explains it like this: that this food that she made, which look good, decent enough, okay? I'm not that kind of a person who now looks at food in anime and is like, oh my god, so tasty, so tasty. I'm kind of saturated by that at this point to some extent, not gonna lie. Okay, real life food, pizza, pastas, burgers, fries is pretty good looking in itself, and more than looks, taste matters a lot more. And I can't taste the anime one. If I could, I'm pretty sure my answer would be like, oh my god, it looks so tasty while I was watching on the screen, but no. So Ichigo, what the hell was I talking about? What I understand, the food that she made is infused with Mod Souls. So when Ichigo, Renji, and even Kon basically kind of committed cannibalism to some extent. Ichigo, Renji consumed the food. They are consuming Mod Souls. Souls are energy. They are different types of being in a way, spiritual beings also, like this soul, this soul, this soul, that different spiritual beings. So Ichigo, Renji have in a way different spiritual beings in them and their energy in them. They are super strong now compared to what they were. Their bodies have inclined to a completely different level. Tell me if I'm wrong. I can be wrong. I didn't. Tell me if I'm wrong. Okay. Okay. So basically, then this pretty woman.
Pretty woman. Hey, pretty woman.
This pretty woman basically tells Ichigo Renji that to be a member of Z Squad 0, you basically need to create something very important to the Soul Society, and that explains the fact that Kiryu is the hot spring demon. This girl is the Grain King. To be honest, Grain Queen has a better ring to it, not gonna lie. Also because she's female, but I think in general also has a better ring to it. But if she was a dude, I would be like, okay, Grain King is better. Grain Queen, I think we should call her Grain Queen. Sounds better, to be honest. Okay, so Hot Spring Demon, Grain Queen created Mod Souls, and the other dude that we are going to see probably in the next episode created the Zanpakuto. Is probably the biggest invention. He should basically be the leader. I don't know what the hell Ichigo created that he is the strongest or leader among them, to be honest, in a way. I don't know, honestly. It would be interesting. What can be the greater thing than goddamn Zanpakuto? That's literally the main thing of a soul society. The Zanpakuto and its spirits. I don't know. Okay, so the thing is that I don't understand. The thing is that the people who are in Squad 0, from what I understood from researching a little bit, is that they're not specifically very strong people. they are the people who contributed something very important towards the soul society, and the soul king picks them and makes them super strong, which is very possible. But inherently speaking, they were not like the top tier Yamamoto level people. Like Yamamoto could be stronger than all of them, but he didn't contribute in terms of a scientific achievement or something like that. He didn't contribute something towards that, so he was not into squad zero. Maybe he was offered the spot and he declined it. I really don't know. But so I feel like Mayuri might have a goal like, squad zero. Yeah, I need to go to squad zero. I will do this, I will do that, I will do this. Eventually, someone king would recognize me, right? My Mayuri impression has gone wrong, right? What was my last Mayuri impression? I was like, signs, atoms, molecules, quincies, soul king. Yeah, that's one bad. I have a bad throat, not gonna lie, but still. So, what the hell was I talking about? So that's pretty much it. Now we come to the part that is literally the part that you and I really want to talk about. This was just in my the moment we got to see like Shinsui going to the council central 46 council whatever. Okay, and tells that I want Kenpachi Zaraki to learn Zanjutsu. And the people over there are like, are you dumb, Shinsui? Yamamoto trained him for one day and he became too strong, and we decided to not train him anymore. Call back to Wakemundo arc, loved it. We thought that Kenpachi decided to quit, and Yamamoto was like, he is too bad, so I'm not gonna train him in a way. But no, Yamamoto was ordered to not train him anymore because he can become too strong and a threat that can actually destroy Serite. Keep in mind, Soul Society has two armed Yamamoto. Has Unohana, has Shinsui, has Ukitake, has all other captains, has Ichigo. So, and still they say that he can actually destroy the Soul Society. Mind you, I don't think these council members are the smartest beings. But it's interesting to see that how strong this Godzilla can get. If you don't know, I really love Kenpachi Zaraki. I really love the dude. So Shinsui is actually basically demanding for another lieutenant. Obviously, Nanao is there, and Okaiba, the third seed of Squad 1. And Council has a problem, but okay, I can understand to some extent that this is a bit more unorthodox. But right now, a war is happening. People, your population is basically reduced to maybe 10% of what its original number. You people can definitely not defend yourself. The captains, your strongest soldiers can't. To be honest, are not probably in a winning situation right now. Do whatever they say. Do you want to live, sir? Do all of you want to live? So shut up, get off your seat, and let him be in charge for now. Let the people who are going to put their life on the line right now, who know the battlefield, be in charge right now, okay? I really don't think you should even talk. Just shish, shish, shish. Okay, so basically, weirdly enough, Yuha was not able to kill third seed Okaiba. That's very weird. He basically blew up Squad 1 barracks. He was still not able to kill. Maybe Okaiba is stronger than we thought. Maybe he's the next Yamamoto. Like he is an old man. So maybe, he should have died. Yamamoto also thought that he's kind of dead in a way, and he was not like, you killed Okaiba, but I guess he was not exactly sure he's dead, but it felt like he's died because the whole, your basically house blew up and you were in it. He was in it, right? I don't think he was not in it, but okay, whatever. The moment we saw that this whole Shinsui interaction, him mentioning Kenpachi Zaraki and Unohana coming in, being introduced as the first Kenpachi, I was like, no, I don't want to see what the hell is happening in the Ichigo Renji side of things. I don't even give a shit right now. That's that doesn't interest me at all. All I want to see is this part. Unohana, Kenpachi, and even Shinsui. This arc, this segment of the arc, whatever you want to call it. I just want to see this right now without getting interrupted. Do you feel the same that when we used to watch fake Karakura or Weikomundo, they used to really shift from Weikomundo to fake Karakura sometimes a lot, or some one fight from another fight sometimes a lot, and you used to care about a fight so much that you didn't care about the other fight, which was kind of good, but you didn't care about it at all, and that took away from both fights, because the fight that you want to watch you can't watch properly, and the fight that would have been somewhat good, you would have enjoyed normally, you can't enjoy because the other fight is so good that you're not able to enjoy it. Something that is happening to me right now, because I really want to focus on Kenpachi and Unohana and Shinsui in a way, specifically Kenpachi and Unohana, and I really don't give a damn about Ichigo, Renji, and Kon at this point, not gonna lie. Really don't give a damn. If you feel the same, tell me. It's kind of a problem sometimes, a lot of times actually. So basically, one thing to be noted, during this whole episode, Unohana, whenever we see her face, you think she is looking menacing. Okay, she think that when we see her face like this the first time, or when she's introduced in the courtroom basically, and she's coming here from the front angle, she's like this. She's like this. You think that she is looking menacing, okay? But no, I never. It looks menacing. Not gonna lie. At a first glance, it looks really menacing, and it still looks menacing even after dissecting it. Wait a second. I have to finish the video. God damn it. But during this whole episode, whenever we used to see her face, her eyes were, her pupils were down, like something like this, which indicates to me at least that she is not trying to be menacing. She is still looking menacing, but she's sad. Maybe she's sad because this killing part was a part of her that she has suppressed. She doesn't like that part anymore, and she's going back to it, or she's sad because now she has to face her sins, because by the end of the episode, Unohana basically tells us, the audience, that this thing of Kenpachi, which I will cover later, is like my only or my biggest sin. So the fact that she has to visit her sin in a way, she maybe have to make Kenpachi the strongest in a way, is a sin for her, and she's just feeling sad about it. What I understand, she is definitely sad about that, or the sin part, or maybe both. She's sad. So basically Kenpachi comes in, and we finally get to see Unohana in us. Not gonna lie, she looks hot. Okay? Not gonna lie. Maybe I'm into goddamn psychotic murderous chicks. I hope I'm not. That can be a tragic end to my life to some extent, not gonna lie. But she was looking kinda hot. Okay? And Kenpachi is basically like, okay, she's not wearing an eye patch. She's like, okay, I have had a fight with you before. I know what you are capable of. You are the only person that I respect. You are the only one that can give me you gave me the best fight of my life. Let's go. And basically, this happens.
Are we gonna fuck or are we gonna fight? Fight.
Oh, yeah!
Oh my god, yes! I have the weirdest boner. Unohana, pull it down.
You have a tiny dick. Yeah, so the fight is basically really feeling like that, not gonna lie. Like, there's a lot of sexual tension to some extent over there. But Kenpachi and Unohana basically fighting. It's an interesting fight. Kenpachi is really having a time of life. He's basically having an orgasm every single second in this fight. Unohana not so much. Maybe I don't know. She doesn't show it that well. Maybe she's just here for the dude, honestly. But Kenpachi, he's having the time of his life, and Unohana is like cutting him again and again and again and again. And once she stabs Kenpachi with a small sword, basically, and Kenpachi is like, "Oh, you stabbed me. Mm. That's kind of a cheap trick. Didn't expect you to do that. You have really changed, Yachiru Unohana. I was not expecting that." And Unohana, you didn't resort to these tricks back when we first fought. And Unohana is basically like, when we first fought, you didn't give me any chance to resort to these tricks. In that fight, I had to go all out. I didn't have any time to use any of these tricks. Right now, you're giving me time to resort to these tricks, honestly. And Kenpachi is like, what do you mean? And Unohana is like, you have grown weaker, bitch. It's not fun anymore. The sex is not good anymore. The fight is not good anymore, bitch. And Kenpachi, this just breaks Kenpachi's heart. You know, his ego is really hurt when he realizes that he's not good enough for Unohana. The man starts crying, honestly. So basically, Kenpachi is like, so you are telling me that I have grown weaker? And Unohana is like, yeah, pretty much. And then she basically stabs the dude, and Kenpachi basically dies. Okay, and we get to see blood. When she stabs Kenpachi, blood fall onto Unohana's face, and Kenpachi's sword Zanpak was somewhere else from his body, decent amount of distance, and Kenpachi basically dies. But then he doesn't die. He comes back to consciousness, thinks of it as a dream in a way, but he also thinks that no, I really died. But he said, I don't have time to think about it. I have to fight and kill her. I have to prove her that I am the best boyfriend material she can ever find. Come on! I don't know. Like, this can be Unohana's bankai, this time reversal kind of a thing, this hallucination kind of a thing. But the thing is that now hear me out. Kenpachi, when he fought Ichigo, by the end of the fight, we all thought Kenpachi died, right? Because Yachiru, when she came to Kenpachi, she was like, Kenny, you did good. And Kenpachi talked for a second that he beat me. And Yachiru was like, no, you won, Kenny. You won. And eventually Kenpachi dies. At least it's implied he died. And Yachiru was like, Kenny. And honestly, I thought he's dead. But then we find out that he's well and alive, recovered really fast, just like in this episode. And during Noitora, when Noitora basically killed off Kenpachi in a way and goes towards Yachiru, Noitora, I think he thought Kenpachi is dead. Everyone, I think it's not that heavily applied in that fight compared to Ichigo one, but you can make a connection, especially after this fight. That Noeta thought Kenpachi is dead, goes toward Yachiru, and Ichigo, Orihime, everyone is worried. And the moment he was about to attack Yachiru, you can say Kenpachi got mad that he was about to attack Yachiru. He was down, but he was not out, he was not dead, and he just got mad and he stood up and started attacking Noitra. But maybe he died, and because Noitra left him, thinking, I think, that he's dead and he's done. And just like in this episode, Unohana kills him. Kenpachi might have an ability to come back to life. And Unohana tells us in this episode that you will just go stronger and stronger from a verge of that. You have basically, what do you call it in Dragon Ball Z? Zenkai boost, okay? When a Saiyan is basically dies or is on the verge of death, he basically gets some big multiplier of strength whenever he recovers. So Kenpachi is technically a Saiyan, not gonna lie. So I don't know, guys. I really don't know. Kenpachi might have the ability to be an immortal dude. I don't know. By the way, I feel like Kenpachi and Ichigo are two protagonists in a way. I'm just getting a very strong vibe from them. And also I have some spoilers. So I have not confirmed spoilers. I have like parts of spoilers like this. This is the whole picture. This whole picture consists of like 20 pieces of the whole story. I have like 5-7 pieces of spoilers in it. So I kinda have an idea, and from that idea, I'm not going to spoil. I feel like Kenpachi and Ichigo are kind of protagonists, two different protagonists in this story in a way, and they might be relative in strength by the end of the series. That's all I have to say, and I don't know what Kenpachi's power is, what Ichigo's power is, to be honest. But kind of have an idea about Ichigo's, not gonna lie. But and kind of have an idea of Kenpachi's, not gonna lie. But not, and just an idea. An idea can change the world. But I have just an idea, so it was an awesome episode. It was a good episode. It was a good episode, especially the Kenpachi part. Okay, the thing is that they really shifted this episode in the manga. Ichigo go and when they go to the Zanpakuto Palace, through Zanpakuto duel, and they have their whole arc regarding Zanpakutos, which I don't know a lot about, but it makes sense. They recovered, healed their body, fueled up by eating food, and now they have to fix their Zanpakutos in a way. Okay, going to the Zanpakuto, that's kind of a dead giveaway. But in the anime, they kind of shifted and they showed this part first of the Kenpachi and Unohana part. People are really excited for episode number 10 for some reason. So I don't know. Maybe episode 10 will be something really out of the world. Maybe they're excited for Kenpachi and Unohana, or maybe they're excited for what do you call it? Ichigo Renji and the Zanpakuto duel. By the way, probably we are going to see the flashback of Kenpachi and Unohana for the first time when they fought, and the whole relationship that they have. I'm really going to love it. Also, Unohana has a scar. It's the only scar that she has on her body over the years. Mind you, Unohana, a person who has been around for at least 1,000 years, and who was a killer, who's been into many fights. Like Yamamoto is not a killer, to be honest. He is, but not like Unohana. Yamamoto was like, okay, I will fight, but Unohana was like actually a criminal and a killer. So the fact that she doesn't have a single scar other than the scar given to her by a small Kenpachi, okay, small, toddler, not toddler, but maybe a 5-year-old Kenpachi, 5-7-year-old, says a lot. And the fact that she didn't hold back anything in that fight, according to her, she went all out in that fight. And I don't know who was the winner in that fight, maybe it was a draw, but Kenpachi also got a scar on his face, the scar that we have seen from the beginning of the story. Kenpachi also got this scar. By the way, the name of Yachiro, Kenpachi's Senpaichi's lieutenant, the name is derived from Yachiro Unohana, the person who he respects the most. Who he the person he respects the most. I really need to end this video now. The person he respects the most, and that's pretty much it. Unohana's name, Retsu, means mastery of basically 8,000 sword styles. So Unohana basically has mastered 8,000 sword fighting styles also. It's a good episode. I'm sorry if this episode review was not the best. I mean, I was not even going to make this episode, but I wanted to continue the series. I have a lot of stuff to do these days, and not having the best of time these days also. Not trying to put you into give me sympathy or anything. I'm just trying to give you the reason that regarding the quality of the episode, if you think the quality was bad, and also if you have seen I have to go again and again to a place. So I will see you. Thank you for watching the video. Like, comment, share and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Bye.